Well, I have in the past made a point of showing the spoils when I go to the rummage sale. You know, we have the spring one and a fall one. This is the fall one. One of the things are these really heavy duty jack stands. I got a couple of those. That was $20 for the pair of them. But I've got some of this similar design. You know, they're heavy duty, but these are larger. So I thought, well, you're going to be crawling around with something, use a good one. But that was 20 for the pair. These two Adirondack chairs, $25 for the pair. Now these are rather nice, and they are of the type that folds up for storage. The wood is nothing special, and it's very dry. It's just screaming out for pine tar, but I'm the man to listen. So they'll get a coat. $5. Coffee pot, 4 coffee cups, and 4 plates. And this is, you know, I use this stuff every day anyway, so it's all right to have extra in case I'm feeding a multitude sometimes. For $5, it saves me having to wash dishes. In that same vein, quite a pile of silverware for $4. And, you know, a lot of forks, a lot of spoons, only a few knives. Normally you buy these mixed sets like this, you get way too many knives. Looks like I got 3 of them here. So that ain't bad. The proportion is much better than usual. But I can make use of them. I tend to lose them. 2 packs of the 25 packs of recordable DVDs. Now, I tend to go through these. You know, a lot of times, like video and stuff, really won't fit on a CD or even photographs. You know, I tend to use large files. Well, these will handle a large file. You know, you're looking 4.7 gig. So they're handy. And it was $2 a pack. So I don't recall what the new ones are, but I'm sure they aren't that cheap. And they're new. Scissors. Now I've got plenty of scissors, but this is kind of cool. This is, you know, an old handmade scissors. And I actually had one of these before, and I sold it to somebody. And I've kind of always regretted it because a lot of times when I'm working on that loom that's 200 years old, it seems wrong to be using a new modern scissors. So I got an old scissors. And I think it was like $3 or $4. But that took a little skill, you know, to make a scissors. And that'll just go well with the loom. Okay, and for the rug making, you know, I'm always looking for wool, and it can be hard to find. Well, here's a wool, you know, throw. You know, it's too small really to use decently for a blanket, but it's very good wool, and I can make a fine rug out of it. So that's what that'll be turned into. As with this one. Now, this again is one of these throws, but it's a small promotional one that Volkswagen had. It was $2. I think the other one was $2, but a good burgundy, and it's wool rich. So it's good quality wool. A lot of times on promotional ones, they spare no expense. And this happens to be a Volkswagen Audi one. But I'll just cut that piece out, and for $2 I can make a good little rug out of that. Bundle of leather. And I never actually opened this up. You know, it was $2 for the bundle of what appears to be very nice deer hide. No, it ain't little pieces, it's one good big piece. So I can buy as many of them for $2 as I can find. tool belt. Craftsman, leather, certainly not used. I think it was $5 I paid for it. But the guy said, well, I had intentions of working. You know, a lot of times people have intentions that don't go anywhere. But that'll be handy. You know, I tend to carry crap in my pockets all the time, but a good tool bag that could be handy. And that's a good one. Kerosene lamp. No chimney, but I've got plenty of chimneys. I actually bought a whole big box of them before. The burner, you know, the glass, it seems to be fairly old, but the burner seems to be a little newer, and it is, oddly enough, left-hand threads. But it's, I believe, made in Mexico, going by the markings on it. But it's of the kind I like, that have got the hinge so you can pop it open to light it, you know, so you don't have to struggle to get down in there. Somebody didn't really know how to burn it. They kind of scorched the wick up, but I can make use of that. It's very odd that it's left-handed thread, though. This is a 1,000-watt inverter, you know, that converts 12 to 115. So I use inverters. I don't often need 1,000 watt. You know, I use like 100. But it would be handy, be big enough to run my big computer off an inverter. Go off a 12 volt. Or even my flat screen TV, which I actually have a big flat screen TV. Hardly ever use it, but I got one. But that was, I think it was 20 with the cables. You know, and this is about $50 worth of cabling. The receipts are in there for it. So that was a pretty good deal. You know, very good big heavy cable with a built-in fuse block, though I'll have to hunt around to find out, you know, it's an odd looking fuse size, but good enough. And last, I think, a little Craftsman 3/8 breaker bar. You know, I use my 1/2-inch one a lot, and I happen to think I don't really have a 3/8. And some of the ones I've had in the back in previous times have been a little floppy up here. Well, this one actually clicks into positions, which is good if you're struggling to get like a spark plug wrench or something on. So I'll certainly make use of that, and Craftsman, can't go wrong. So that's the deals. I do love them rummage sales.